I really only play games on stream now, so. Like I have my like comfort games that I play on my own, but yeah. Nah, I mean it's just better. It's better to not play. I tried joining another competitive league to like kind of get my itch back from it, I guess, but even that was like a pain. I like wasn't enjoying it at all. So we need to get this back going. This, all that out. That in. That. Yeah, how are things going outside of the gaming world? I don't remember what I wanted to do next. Which is something that I've said a few times too often this session. The math does not sound like it's mathing. I'll be honest with you. In company terms, it does, because that's like every company. They're like, well, if we have 17 people's worth of workload and we hire 5 people, they can just work 3 times as hard and get it done. And then there's still work left over. It's not really their problem. Right, I need to coal power. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna switch this back to 3 and I'll make this 4. Yeah. That's understandable. I still blame them, but that is true. I can't argue with that.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to
I haven't really like.
and can be fully automated.
There's not very many jobs that I've worked that I'm like, oh yeah, like the work kind of comes and goes. It's always like it's the same work every day, regardless of what I want to do.
Note: ensure
So that's like something that I'm not super familiar with, I guess.
Note:
There's a lot of
pumps
coal
will
over
aid
there.
in vertical transport of fluids through pipes. Note: throughput and volume indicators are added to each pipe section automatically.
Okay. Well, I will put a map marker down right here, and we will head over there. Oh, I bet, dude. I could only imagine, like, there was very few times where, like, my day just consisted of, like, kind of sitting around not doing anything, and those were the best days. How much do I have? That's funny. Those were always the best days. Like, if I got to come into work and it was like, hey, you know, there's not really much for you to do, so like if you want to catch up on anything you need to be getting done, go for it. And it's like, yeah, well, like I gotta be here 8 to 10 hours today, so that sounds great. And I can kind of just sit back and like watch YouTube and like make stuff that like made my job later easier. Those are my favorite days, but they just never happened. story behind the name change. I couldn't get Hero as like a in like a clean version, and I didn't really like it. So I changed my name to Mindo, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, it was when I was like not streaming and stuff. I was a little bit more like okay with like my branding, or like not like being branded or whatever. But yeah, I wasn't super happy with like the fact that I could just never get like a clean version of my name. So I figured, why not change it? I like it. It's been working out pretty well. Nobody knows how to pronounce it, but I might die here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too special. It needs 50 milliwatts. I can do that. Right. So what we're gonna do is I need to put a miner up. And I forgot to build a portal. What's the likelihood that I will have the materials to make one? I do have the materials to make one, thank God. Okay. We'll face it that way. And then... yeah, exactly. So I gave up on it. I found that like Mindo's pretty easy to get a hold of on like most things, so I don't have to like stress about like my name being taken. There are a few things where my name gets taken before I get to it, but it's very rare and far between. Yeah, I thought about contacting the guy that had the account name Hero on Twitch, because he doesn't stream or anything anymore. And seeing if he'd be interested in selling it, but I never heard back from them, so. 20 copper sheets, 10 reinforced plates, 10 rotors. Thick. 20 plates, 10 rotors. Yeah, no, that sounds about right, honestly. Twitch is especially tough because the platform's been around for so long, even like the kind of less common names are going to be taken. Like some people have made like 6 Twitch accounts in their life because like they lose access to it somehow, and then they make another one and they change their name. But I think this name looks pretty clean, even though, like I said, even though people don't know how to pronounce it when they see it, like when they read it, which is understandable because you don't read it in English, you have to read it as its Japanese translation, essentially. Other than that, like, I don't know, I think it looks good. Yeah. I think this is my original Twitch account, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to think if I've ever made another one. I'm pretty sure this is my original account, but I've gone through so many name changes since I got this account, or since I made this. Is it just mine pronounced as a borrowed word? It's like I said, it's translated from Japanese, and uh, the way that it's pronounced, the A is silent. So it's Japanese for mind games. Mindo Gameu. Oh, back. I don't think there's like a way to spell it phonetically without it looking kind of funky. I also don't like spelling things phonetically, to be fair. I just think it looks tacky. Because if I had put MIDO, it would be Mindo. Yeah, it was as close to like obviously I couldn't write it in kanji, so you know, otherwise that would have made it a little bit easier, but I do not know how to read kanji. I don't know how to write kanji, so that would not have gone very smoothly, obviously. Yeah, I'm sure I could have if I like had gone through the trouble of like figuring out how to do it through like the Microsoft keyboard or whatever, but I figured just translating it as closely to English as I could was good enough. Yeah, there's Japanese people I know that use Twitch. It's a little bit more rare, but that's probably just because I only really am in English-speaking streams, to be fair. Not very many. I won't say like not very many, but like it's a little bit less common for Japanese people to speak English. So it's a little bit harder to find people who like you kind of, how do you say, like kind of you're in the same realm as them, I guess, if you want to say it that way. But they both have to speak Japanese and English and want to be in an English speaking stream, and like also not use an English word for their name to like identify them from outside of like knowing them personally or something, or like at least asking them, I should say. So, but there's Japanese channels on Twitch and stuff too. I'm pretty sure I've seen them, unless they're speaking another language. Like I don't go in there and like listen to them talk or anything. I don't speak very many languages well enough to do that. So, but I do know that like there are Japanese people that stream. Why is that one red? Did I not connect it to power? I sure didn't. Just been sitting here collecting dust. We should be fine because that assembler is not doing anything. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is true. Maybe they do. Maybe that's why you see less of them. Something I didn't really consider, to be fair. I know, right? Unless they want to sell you that you're what's it called? Your TVs and stuff. Wish Japan wanted me to sell me stuff. Understandable. Have a nice day. I mean, they sell plenty of stuff all around the world, but I don't know Japan's economy well enough to really speak to that, I guess. Okay, so I have enough for that. And I need this. That's 10 and 20. 10 and 10. Okay. Yeah, it must have been nice. Wish I had too much money there. So I'm gonna put a chat overlay on. This is going on YouTube, and I'm gonna sound insane because I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're still more technologically advanced than we are, to be fair. Like, we can't even make our own computer chips because we're too stupid, but it's not like they make computer chips, I guess. Am I going the right way? Onward. I mean, yeah, but we have anime, so like, do you really blame them? They're kind of busy. They got stuff going on, you know. Bro, fuck you, asshole. True. I'm kind of spitting facts. Not gonna lie. Full generator. There. That is not lined up properly. It'll work though. Pipeline. There. Hook. That there. That. And then we gotta get it going. Put a biomass burner down. Put that up. Slap some flower petals in there. I think I'm okay to just let it run. It's gonna go 15 coal a minute. This is producing 120, so we're good on that front. Yeah, I just wishlisted Factorio because I'm gonna add that to my games that I play on stream and stuff. It's hard, man. I'll be honest with you, like it's hard to just like sit here and play games like this, but they're so much fun, honestly. Like once you get them down. Like hello? See, I'm the opposite. I have the opposite kind of ADHD where like I'm building the story as I go. Like, cause I'm just having fun like building shit and putting stuff together and doing my own thing, you know. I'd like to build one more before I start taking this back. I don't think I can. But I totally hear what you're saying, honestly. Like, it can feel kind of like chores sometimes. Yeah. That's the same with like Minecraft or something, right? Like, there's no like purpose to the game necessarily, so you know, it's not like it's like you get the enjoyment out of the game that you put in. This game is also like still in early access, so like there's gonna be a lot more stuff added to it. But there's kind of a story to it in a sense, not like in the traditional sense that like it tells you a story or anything, but. You guys don't? What the fuck? Yeah, if I play with my friends, I can do it a lot longer. But if I play by myself, like, I can only do Minecraft so long before my head starts to hurt, and I'm like, I don't know. But a game like this, mostly because like I don't have everything figured out already, and like there's kind of new things to try every time, and like you have to kind of think about how you're gonna set everything up in advance. It's good for the brain, you know. That's wrong. No, you're wrong. Fuck you. What's up, dude? How's it going? You remember in my last run when I was like, yeah, like, don't mind the fucking wires that I ran 600 feet to get back to my base. It's the same thing here. Just for the record. So there's no confusion. Okay. Okay, buddy. Why is my consumption not going up? Or my capacity? Or did it go up? Oh, that's why. Alright, we're at 235 now. See, but you don't need a spreadsheet to optimize this because it tells you everything for you. You know, I open this up, it says you're making 5 of these a minute, and then I smack it into this thing, and it goes, you need 2 of those a minute. So I know that I'm overproducing them by 3, so I can make another one and then split it off, and then I'd still have an extra one every minute. And that's what I find fun about the game. And then eventually you have this fucking massive building in the sky that lets you make 1,000 things a minute. Then it's like, yeah, but you need 2,000 of those things a minute or else you suck. And that's pretty much it. Now I can't get lost because I have these wires to follow. But I definitely hear what you're saying. Like, there are some games, even of this category, that I start playing them, and I'm like, why am I even doing this? It becomes more of a headache than it's honestly worth. I'll just make the pipe shorter, right? Hello? Junction Cross. It is really good, honestly. Like, it's very well fleshed out, I think. And it's not done yet, which is what I'm really excited about. Surely somewhere around here we can put a fucking splitter in. So there's like a lot more content that's going to get added, which makes me happy. And it's just fun. You can also play it with other people too, which is like not the most important thing to me, but definitely one of those things that's like, okay, I definitely like it's gonna be better if I get to play this with my friends and stuff. I don't know how many people you can have in a lobby, but you know, I could just imagine playing this with like 6 friends, and like you're all like competing to like build the most efficient thing, or you know, like one person's off like doing one thing and 3 other people are off like finding other stuff. Anything I can play with my friends is always a plus, but this is just the kind of game that I can play as a single player and still enjoy. Factorio, I feel like, is going to become a stressful game for me when I eventually get it. Because I'm not a micromanager. What's that guy's problem? I'm not a micromanager. I like to just like run shit, and then like if it doesn't work properly, like I'll fix it later. You know? The Factorio seems like the kind of game that like if you don't micromanage everything, you're gonna fall behind very quickly, and it's gonna be very hard to catch up on. This game, like, you don't have to micromanage necessarily. Like you could just like build one of everything, and then like, you know, if it overproduces it, it overproduces it. Who cares? But you know, if you do that, like you're gonna struggle a bit. Like my current build is a great example of that, where like nothing's working very efficiently. It's just everything's kind of doing what it's supposed to. Bro, you followed me all the way back over here? It is not that serious. Okay, buddy. So I would like to start getting away from these now. I'll stick to beating people up in the Yakuza. Understandable. Have a nice day. Let's work on... Should probably be this, right? We can get logistics 3. I don't really care about these. I mean, the sync program is really good. Should have everything I need to do this, I guess. So I'll just do it really quick. I can go set this up by the sulfur and have the sulfur go into it. Concrete. Yeah, like, I can't play story games on stream because it's too much reading. I get bored. Start to like lose my focus, you know? normally what I do when I play this, if I'm not streaming, is I go sit here, and I'm like, oh, I gotta make 1,000 screws. Okay, and I sit here, and I just go on TikTok while this makes 1,000 screws for me. And then when I stop hearing the little tinking noise, then I close TikTok and I go back to whatever I'm doing in this.
Milestone reached. You have been given early access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on exoplanets bonus program. Funneling parts into the awesome resource sink, depending on their amount and complexity, will grant you coupons in the awesome examples of GoDet.
I know how it works, thank you. The reading was mostly entertaining in Yakuza. I believe that. I just can't do it. I can't sit and read. It's hard. Like, I like story-based games. I just don't like having to sit and read every single little thing that ever happens in it, no matter what. If that makes sense. Like the Final Fantasy games, I really love playing because everything was voice acted, so I can like sit back and just listen to the story. But even then, like if I'm streaming it, like I never know if I should be talking or I shouldn't be talking, or if I should be, you know, like quiet while the cutscene's happening or anything like that. Like it's complicated for me. A game like this, nobody's talking except for the chick when I get stuff, but I can just tell her to shut up. We need modular frames. That requires reinforced plates and iron rods. I have the reinforced plates, and I have the iron rods. So I suppose I should get this going. Connected to. Oh. Most of the Yakuza is voice acted, but so far 0 through 3 still only have Japanese audio, so it's reading. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely have considered like playing the Yakuza games. I'm also not much of like I know it's not like a fighting game, air quote per se, but I'm not much of a fighting game person. How come this one has plenty of screws and that one doesn't? America, explain. Does it make sense? No. Am I gonna leave it like this for now? You get to work on that. I actually feel the same way, but it's not bad. Like an old school beat 'em up, 2 attack buttons, grab button, very simple combos, somehow doesn't get boring. Yeah, I did bring up Final Fantasy, so I guess I can't really gripe on that. Final Fantasy is like the epitome of like boring gameplay, in my opinion. Like you play 100% for the story, you don't play Final Fantasy for anything like combat wise. Maybe the earlier ones, like pre-9 or pre-10, I should say. Like everything before 10, I think the combat was actually interesting, but 10 and onward, like the combat just became very stale and like easy to kind of understand. I would love a 9 remake, honestly. I still haven't finished it. It wouldn't make me finish it, and I probably wouldn't play it, but it would make me happy that they would do it. Especially, my problem is that if they make it like the 7 remake, I probably wouldn't be very happy, because I don't really like the 7 remake. It feels very fan servicey, which is fine, but not the way that I want my remakes to be. What now? I think we should start organizing stuff. Is Rebirth the first remake or the new one? The one that just came out. Part 2, yeah. Ugh. I mean, technically it has nothing to do with the story, right? So you don't have to play it. It's like, it's one of those, like, this is a different universe from the original one, and, you know, like, this is, you know, like a off branch of the original. So, like, you don't have to worry about knowing this story because it's not relevant technically. Yeah. I mean, it looked cool to me. Again, I don't know if I'd pay $70 for it, but more power to the people that do. I'm trying to think what to do next. Maybe it's just like a good stopping point. Play something else.